Hey, how's it going everyone? Wraith here with the Doom Eternal video, and this time I wanted to talk about the new concept art that was revealed on the Bethesda site. The art was part of the 2020 calendar that you can purchase, and it shows some hints that may be some big plot points to the lore. Before I get going, I just want to say thank you for all the support on the channel. You guys are awesome, and it's great to have a channel dedicated to Doom and other similar content. If you're new here and love Doom like I do, then you're definitely in the right place. I plan on doing more Doom videos as we somewhat get closer to Doom Eternal, and we'll have other topics as well, so definitely stick around for those. Also be sure to give me some feedback so I can constantly improve the channel and get more ideas from all of you. This channel wouldn't be where it is without you, so thank you. Doom Eternal is still a far way off, but recently we were given some more little bits to nibble on to satisfy us for the time being. On the Bethesda store, they showed off a new item that you can purchase, and it is a calendar for the year of 2020. Each month it will have important dates such as when certain games were released, and along with other different concept art as well. Most of the concept art are ones we have already seen, such as the artwork from the Doom 2016 cover, which shows the Doomslayer doing what he does best, ripping and tearing demons, the original Doom 1 and 2 artwork from the back in the 90s, the Fallen Titan, and many more. However, there are two new concept images that we have never seen yet, and they look really awesome. The first one is on the month of March, which is now the month of Doom Eternal's release date. Or is it? If you look close enough, there isn't anything on March 20th, which is the new release date for the game. I would imagine they created this calendar around the time of the delay or even afterwards, so why would the date not be on there? It might have been something overlooked, or it may be telling us something. Hopefully not another delay, right? Anyway, I'll leave that out there for you all to speculate on. The image, however, is the focus, and it is very interesting. It's similar to the other concept art labeled Makers, which shows a figure in a room full of machinery and tech that wouldn't belong to hell, or maybe that of heaven. As soon as we knew of heaven being in the game, there has been an endless supply of theories and speculations out there, and it's very tough to pinpoint the plan that heaven has for the Slayer and everyone else involved in the Doom universe. Are they still on the side of the Slayer and everything that is good? Or do they have their own agenda and don't want anyone to get in their way? Or have they become corrupted by hell and is responsible for the invasion of Earth? Doom Eternal will definitely have the correct answer, and I'm sure it'll be something we least expect. Other than that, the new image shows what seems to confirm the theory that in the earlier image, there seems to be a type of incubator or stasis that holds someone or something within it. The new image shows someone either entering inside of it or leaving it. It looks to be the Doomslayer himself due to the armor and overall look of the person. What would that mean though? Does that mean there are other Slayers in those chambers or stasis pods, or are there Sentinels in there? It's very possible that this could be the way the Doomslayer obtained his powers from the Seraphim. The Slayer Testaments don't specify on how he obtained them, but just that the Seraphim bestowed great power on the Slayer. The Slayer could have been handpicked by the Wraiths and then was sent to this facility to become the leader of the Night Sentinels and became the icon that Hell itself would fear. Another thing that it could be is that the Doomslayer is not from Argent and was created by the Makers, hence the name, and was always a bioengineered super soldier to fix the balance of good and evil. The Makers would have released him to take care of that particular business and have other Slayers waiting within the pods in case they needed to be released as well. They might have had the extra Slayers in case the first Slayer is slain in battle and would have had a need to replace him. That could be another explanation of who the Marauder is. If he was another Slayer that was created by the Makers, then he could have been released to fight against Hell way before the current Slayer we know, but in the end was slain and then corrupted. I really like the idea of this, and it really could be somewhat close to what will happen, or completely off. Let me know what you all think about this image. Is it something close to what I mentioned, or do you have a different theory? By looking closer in the image, you can see the Seraphim statues in the outside of the facility. This could be either in Heaven or in Sentinel Prime based on the color of the sky being somewhat close to what Heaven looks like in the story trailer and Sentinel Prime in the QuickCon reveal a while back. The architecture also looks very similar to what we've already seen with Sentinel Prime, as there are the Seraphim statues which appear in almost every reveal of the location that we've seen so far. However, my bet is that this location is in Heaven, as Sentinel Prime was already invaded by Hell, and they would have already destroyed or used this device to their own means. On the other hand, if this location is indeed in Sentinel Prime, then Hell could have already used this device and could have actually created the Marauder from it. Think about it. The Marauder has very similar armor to the Slayer, and like I mentioned before, the makers could have created him, but was of course in the image of a human, had him in the stasis pod, then Hell invaded the area, then corrupted the other Slayers who remained within the pods. The corrupted Slayers became Marauders. It's not too clear that there will be only one Marauder in the game or multiple ones. He may still be something like the Doom Hunter who possibly encounters the Slayer multiple times, or is an enemy we encounter but don't end up defeating him until later in the game. So many possibilities from this one simple image, and I'm just glad there was something new to see after a little while. The other new image is on the month of July, and it tells us something different. It seems like the Doomslayer is in his 2016 armor and is walking towards what looks to be either a teleporter or something like a throne room. The area really gives off the vibe of a mix of darkness and light, which I find intriguing. If this is a teleporter, then it could be a way for the Slayer to go between dimensions. The Slayer Testaments mention that he has gone between other dimensions, and there would need to be another way for him to travel to Hell without going through a Hell portal, as he would have most likely been sent to Hell as a way to be on the offensive. Like I mentioned earlier, if the Slayer was created by the makers and sent to Hell to keep them in line, then it would make sense that Heaven would have a way to get to Hell from their end. Of course, the Slayer could have just used the portals that were created when they invaded Argent-D'Nur and gone that way and had a way to get back. So now, if this place is not necessarily a teleporter, then it could potentially be a type of throne room or a type of headquarters for Heaven. The location bears the Slayer's mark, which I am really hoping that Doom Eternal will explain more on the meaning of it.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. RipNtear until it is done.
We know the basic meaning of it, which is a sword driving down into the depths of hell or fire, but there must be more to it. Something that is also interesting about the room is that there are candles and little spheres all around the outside. In Doom 2016, we mostly saw candles in hell or within an area that some demon worshipping happened, but it could mean nothing. However, the spheres look similar to the sphere found in this image. So the area could be a way to oversee other planets or dimensions, etc. within this area, giving the idea of a type of headquarters or control room. I may be going too far with this, but this room may be of some great significance in Doom Eternal. If it shows a Doomslayer in his older armor, then either this will be a flashback of sorts, or will be somewhere in the beginning of the game. This could also be where the Slayer upgrades his Praetor suit. It's still unclear what the Slayer was doing between the games, and this could give us an idea. Overall, the concept art that we found on the calendar are among the greatest I've seen so far. One of the other art pieces do show us something that may help with another theory as well. If you remember that the lithograph for the collector's edition had the one titled The Gift of Argent Power and had what seemed to be 3 angels or wraiths. On the calendar, we now can see that there are more than 3 of them. So either those are just maker drones and not wraiths, or there are more than 3 wraiths out there. Definitely something to consider as we get the opportunity to dive more into the lore of Doom Eternal later on. Little by little, we get closer to the new release date of Doom Eternal. It may still feel like an eternity, but after a while, it'll feel like it went by too fast. I am so ready for this game and can't contain the hype I have for it as well. This game is gonna blow us all away. I really hope that there will be something big revealed on the 22nd of this month, as it was the original release date. Hopefully the demo will be public, or at least another trailer or gameplay. Either way, anything will please me. Heck, I even made a video based on 2 new images, so really anything will do. What do you guys think about the images, and what do you think might happen on the 22nd? Let's get the conversation going and see what we all come up with. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you stayed until the end, be sure to like and subscribe. Doing that will help out the channel a lot and keep me motivated doing what I love to do. Also be sure to check out my social media accounts so you can stay up to date on new things there as well. I usually will post stuff there first if I find new things before creating a video, so it's worth looking into. You guys are all awesome, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Till next time, fellow Slayers, don't forget to rip and tear. Peace.